Yo, what's up guys, Draconia here from another Dragon Ball Legends video. The Legends Festival at this point is over. We are now in the Diamond campaign, which technically counts as the after party, but the main Legends Fest 2025 is over. And as I did with the anniversary, I am going to now try to fix this Legends Fest 2025. We're going to look at every part here and look at stuff they could change for the units or whatever they released here. We will start here with part 1. Now, before I start, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to fix, for example, event exclusive characters, because at this point we would have to give them a completely new kit to be even relevant. So they're not going to count them in here. I'm also not going to change every single banner here, because obviously I could just say, okay, we bring every newer character into the banner and make it a 10 out of 10 banner, but if I'm only going to change things if I think the banner is really, really bad, or something like that. Okay, we're going to start here with Janemba. There's not much I'm going to change with Janemba here. I like how he is designed and everything. Just two things, really quick. Card on entry should be a thing on him. The fact that he's needing a card from Android 13 is not good, because Android 13 and Janemba are not always going to be together. At some point maybe Android 13 is falling off completely and Janemba would be still good and doesn't get a card on entry. That's bad. And the green card I would change. I think the green card is not that good. You're getting 40 key, but you have to keep in mind that you're also using key to use the card, so you're not getting 40 key. Generally speaking, you're drawing a card, cool, damage is good. One time here, the arts cards is nice. I wished he just simply had cover null on the green. This is basically everything I'm going to change about this guy. Nothing much I want to change about him. It's fine how he is, again. Then we come to the part where you might think this is going to be crazy, but I will try to explain this. So we got, in the, I think the last week of part 1, we got the Ultra Plaid equipment for UI Goku. The week where we got the Plaid for free-to-play, the free-to-play Ultra Goku as well as the G-Ren part is fine. But I think we should get a Zenkai when we got the equipment for Ultra UI Goku. And this might sound crazy, but I think when it comes to the Zenkais, they should have Zenkai again. Now I know, what am I thinking? We have Blue Gohan, this is absolutely dumb. Let me get to that later, but I think you will understand why I'm doing this later on. Because why I do think yes, of course, is gonna be dumb considering Blue Gohan. I think they should focus on bringing hybrids as a team, because we haven't gotten a good hybrids team for a while. And keep in mind, I'm not a hybrids fan. I'm not one of the hybrid unit people that use hybrids as their main team. Not at all. So I think it also depends on how good they make the Zenkai, but I think his Zenkai should have been a thing. As an LF Zenkai, because we didn't get like 2 LF Zenkais, which I will come to that even later. But I will say this should be the LF Zenkai together with Ultra UI, and this is everything for part 1 that would change. Part 1 for me was actually pretty good. I think it was very solid. Now Ultra UI, given that I hate this character, they are gonna give him an equipment eventually, and he's gonna be annoying no matter what, so I don't mind him at all. This is the part 1, what I would do. Now to part 2. This will be the bigger thing here. Now, starting with part 2, I'm gonna talk about this equipment first. Evolution with Vegeta. Damage card here should be... So he has, generally speaking, 200% damage card. He has 210 with this. Give him 50. Make his 250% damage card. If we're gonna go that high with damage card numbers later on, he should have 250. This everything can stay as it is. Now this nullified damage received element disadvantage on enemy confrontation. This should have been nullified element disadvantage, not damage received. Generally speaking, type neutral for 3 timer counts. So he fares better against the double yellows when he got his equipment. And generally speaking, if the enemy switches, he's type neutral. So just simply like Super Saiyan 3 mini GT. This is what he should have gotten. And then buff removal on big moves. I think this is everything I would expect this Vegeta to get. Now obviously they could have given him way more, but I think him being a long combo character is always going to be a problem because the way they made things when it comes to doing long combos in this game. You could maybe argue a bit more damage, but I think these main things like buff removal against big moves, type neutral offensively should be the main thing on a slot 3. The Unigate charge rate thing here is fine, I would say, so leave it at that. If we want to give him 15 billion things, he should have gotten a Zenkai. So this is why I'm saying this here. I'm also not going to regard him Metal Cooler because the only way to make Metal Cooler really good is by giving him a Zenkai. Like or they giving a really big overhaul as on their abilities here, but didn't think they were going to do that. So yeah. Then we're going to talk about the banner here quickly. Now, in terms of the unit itself, this is totally fine. I don't mind both banners, but there should have been a 1% sparking. Especially since we know that we don't get 2 Ultras here. I think a 1% sparking, I don't know, slap Piccolo in here. Slap Piccolo, 1% sparking here for this banner. And then here, who could another Dispo? We haven't gotten another sparking Dispo since the original one, the red one, which should be even here on this banner, probably. Like here. This is the last Dispo we got. Give us a new Dispo. If you don't want to make an LF of this lightning speed version and bring a 1% lightning speed Dispo in here. They are fighting Dispo, so a new Dispo, 1% sparking, something like that. A 1% sparking should have been something they added on both banners. This was the biggest downside of this banner. Like everything else, I would say is fine. So yeah. Then we're moving to Goku and Hit. Not much are gonna change with them. It's just their disrupt needs to be better. So, what is their thing? Minus 35 key, all enemy subcounts plus 2. Most of the time, that didn't matter that much, especially against Gohan later. Maybe destroying one card as well. Maybe even not one card. Let's just say adding 1 card destruction, as well as type neutral defensively on entry should have been also a thing. I think now I know they have 2 typings, which is maybe probably the reason why they didn't get it. But I think if they add type neutral defensively 3 timer counts on entry, should be also okay. Okay, now here's the big thing. Gohan is probably the hardest unit here to change without making him too bad, because I don't want him bad, but I also don't want him like he is now. The first thing we're gonna change 100% is... where is this? Yeah, this should be removed. What they should do, and I think what they can keep is, if he's reviving, he's force switching your enemy, and then has no switching for 3 timer counts. I think that is fine. But the generally no switching after enemy combos over shouldn't exist. This is the main reason why Purple Zamasu got hurt a lot. This is the main reason why Android 13 gets hurt a lot by this guy, because this is happening so frequently with the combination of how tanky he is and everything, that all their anti-seeding mechanics are basic, lock-in mechanics are just like gone in 20 seconds, and then Namegoku can just snipe Rush or snipe Ult or snipe whatever other units. This shouldn't be a thing. So this is the first thing I'm gonna remove from him completely. I don't mind him necessarily drawing 1 card on enemy confrontation, but the further key thing together with a new card is just a bit too much. Not just a bit, it is too much. Like, so I have to think about how we're gonna change this here, because again, don't want him too broken, don't want him too bad, because he has to face a lot of green units. So I get why he's as good as he is. I think when it comes to the sub-comp manipulation here, I think they should focus this more on hybrids. Like, I don't mind him being really good on hybrids, but not on Sun Family and every other team as well. So I think they should have made Gohan here a bit more hybrid focused. Now this is obviously part of it, which honestly, remove this, remove the Sun Family part, make this hybrids, and as well as make this entirely on hybrids. Give him sub counts -10 on hybrids. If he has one force, he needs a forceman to be ran with another hybrid unit. I think this should have been a thing here. Do I want to change the damage? The damage stacking is crazy. Make this maybe 10%. Like 20% on every single card is just way too much in combination of how much cards he draws. You're drawing one card, 50 key is also too much. I think I'm gonna start with the blue card actually here. Blue card, remove this pre-revival. Shouldn't have been a thing that he's the first revival unit to have an Endurance Null Blue pre-revival. Just no, remove this. He can have this, he can have this, remove this. I don't know why he should remove key -100. Your enemy, not only you're getting your Vanish back, but then you're also preventing an enemy to do anything. That's just too broken. Remove the -100 key thing. He can have this, I don't mind him having this, and also remove this. Like, these two things from the blue card should be gone. His green card, he can have the green card. Cover no key in a card is not bad, generally speaking. The damage stacking, yeah, honestly, I think the damage stacking here should be gone. Give him something else, and then maybe make this... He can leave this at 20. I mean, Gogeta has this as well, but when it comes to his thing here, one card in entry is fine. On enemy confrontation, like, the card could be fine. But they have to get rid of something like this. Like, you can't have 30 key every single time the enemy enters, and then also -30 key every single time as well is pretty broken. Like, if you tag switching with, for example, Gogeta, you're not getting any key because it's reducing your whole key. So I'm thinking what's the best way to do this, because these two things at the same time can't be good at. I think what they should do is remove this, give him a card on entry somewhere, but definitely don't give him card on enemy confrontation every single time. I think the 30 key can stay, because if he's not drawing a card, he's gonna have a lot of key, but not necessarily the cards, which I think is not as horrible then, I think. Obviously the one-time main ability where he gets like every single card in the game is gonna be a bit much. This also 50 key, bro, don't necessarily need to have 70, that's just a lot. Yeah, I think this is the biggest... Okay, let's recap what I'm gonna change here. 50 key instead of 70. This can stay, remove this, remove the Sun Family part. Most of the hybrid units are Sun Family anyway, but remove the Sun Family part here. Give him card on entry, but not on character confrontation. He can keep this. I think he can keep this. This should be removed. Make this sub counts +10, -10, but only on hybrids against big moves. Then his unique gauge I think he can leave it at that. And then lastly, remove this, and then give him here no endurance null and no enemy key -100. I think this is fine. Again, he has to deal with a lot of green, so I don't want to make it too bad. Yeah, in a post-revival, don't give him support. that shouldn't be a thing. He doesn't need to give support. This should be gone. He can have this. He can have the. I'm gonna leave him the airy green. I know this sounds stupid. I'm gonna leave him the airy green for now. Again, it's really hard to make this character. Again, also enemy key gone here shouldn't exist. He can have the null for endurance there. This is fine. Type neutral he can have. The vanishing gauge he can have that. Like again, he needs to deal later with Goku, so I don't want to gimp him too much. Make it a bit more hybrid focused. So like his subcom manipulation should be only on hybrids, so that he's not that crazy on Sun Family. I think this is okay. Maybe it's still too much, I'm not sure. This is the situation where you need to test the character and see how broken it still is. So, yeah. I think this is everything I'm gonna change here. Again, could be that I still gave him too much, but I'm worried about Goku. Now, yeah, speaking of Goku, the Ultra Banner, honestly, not much I would change here. I will talk about this in a second. I would say remove either Super 17 or Baby, we'll get why, for GT Spirit Bomb Goku, the blue one, for the banner. This is what I was going to change. I think I would leave Super 17 here and replace this guy or this guy, one of these two, for GT Spirit Bomb Goku. This is what I would do. And I'm gonna explain why I'm removing this guy. I think I will explain this right here, because this is what I'm gonna do, and this is why I wanted this guy to be LF Zenkai for part 1. Don't make Baby the LF Zenkai. Don't give us an LF Zenkai for GT. It's, no matter how you look at it, it's gonna be weird. Like, if they want to do this, they pretty much have to put in Omega Shenron, I think, because either you're running double reds, or you're running double greens. There's no in between if you want to do a 1% an LF Zenkai here. And this is the only, like, this is what I would personally do. Don't give us an LF Zenkai. Save this for a better moment and give us a Zenkai for this guy. Now, obviously he has an airy green, so this is gonna be annoying, but if they don't fumble the Zenkai, I think stat-wise, he has eco stats, he would work way better. He's on Fusion Warrior, so you have a unit for fusions if you want to build a Fusion Warrior team with Gogeta. So he works better with more units, like you could Zenkai Omega Shenron, and then I guess we have a green for powerful opponent, that would be also nice. But he's also on, I mean, his strike, he has more of a blast character, yeah. Yeah, I would stick with Majub as the Zenkai here. As the yellow Zenkai, he doesn't compete with Janemba because he doesn't share the same tags with him. He's also on Fusion Warriors, so this is helping Fusion Warriors. He's blast based, so technically speaking, so he could work well better with Gogeta. He has endurance. I think this is a better pick here as a Zenkai, and therefore we're not getting Baby as a Zenkai. This is why I think we should remove him even from the banner and then put GT Spirit Bomb Goku here. Obviously GT Spirit Bomb Goku is not the best unit anymore, but I think for Proud it's just better. I would be better with Majub, especially because he has at least endurance. Give him some type neutrality and some other stuff here. I think this is the better pick as a Zenkai for this thing. Because what we have right now with this guy is a wasted character. He is not fitting on GT, he's competing on regen and powerful opponent with Janemba. We have now the red Super Saiyan Daima Mini Goku who destroys this guy. There's no point in this guy's Zenkai at all. And if this guy fumbles, it's not as bad as if an LF Zenkai fumbles. So I'm picking Majub here for LF Zenkai, and then this Goku, pretty much very easy thing to say what I would change about this guy. Remove this entirely, no ceiling stuff, make this destroy 2 cards, or after 3 hits. card, something like that. Or maybe 1 card, I don't know. 2 cards, 2 cards destruction should be one thing. This should be restricted against you needing 2 GT battle members. And that's pretty much it. I would change about this guy. Maybe not having an AoE green. This could also be a thing. But the anti-rush mechanic and the seal mechanic shouldn't exist. This hurts the game a lot. The meta isn't fun because of this, because you can't combo at all. I think if we're making Gohan not this infinite combo character, we don't need the sealing. Like, the only reason why I consider this guy to be okay right now is not because I think the C mechanic isn't that bad, it's actually pretty annoying, or the anti-rush mechanic. The anti-rush mechanic being the biggest thing, but even the card sealing, the only reason why I'm tolerating this is because if we didn't have this guy with card sealing, this guy would nuke everybody. This guy combos for way too long, does way too much damage. Like, I'm running right now, for example, Gogeta. He's tearing my Gogeta apart. At 5 stars, at 7 stars, at higher stars, you don't even need to talk about this. It's one combo in my character. But if we make this guy less of an infinite combo character that has infinite damage stacking on every card, this is why I'm saying remove this. Remove the damage stacking on the blast card. Make it only on strikes. Make him more useful in hybrids in comparison to Sun Family, because with him having less subcount manipulation, it's easier to rush this guy on Sun Family because he has no subcount reduction if you don't running another GT ally. If you're making this entirely GT restricted, you're not really gonna run him on Sun Family. Running in GT or some kind of GT variation with an other GT ally. If you, let's just say you're running this guy Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and this Gohan, he will still have endurance. He will still have a triple team of 2 endurance and 1 revival. He doesn't need the rush cancellation thing. So I think this is better if we would do this. Like, these 2 are the biggest reason why the Legends Festival hasn't been that good. Especially this guy. This guy being so good is forcing this guy to being as good as he is. Yeah, and lastly, what I'm gonna also add for it, which is, I don't have anything got here for it, but the leak for the Zenkai for Super Baby 2, first of all, this would be a leak for Baju, but remove the leak entirely. The only way I can accept them to leaking this is by giving us a second Ultra with Ultra Broly. If they're not gonna do that, don't leak anything. Make this more of a speculation thing here, which part we're getting. If you're leaking a GT Zenkai, we know it's this guy. It's removing the hype, don't do that. So yeah, this is everything I'm gonna change here. It's not much. The biggest focus is about these 2 units. More so Gohan. Like, again, his anti-rush thing, make it more GT restricted, is sealing, remove it and destroy 2 cards instead. That's the biggest things about this Goku you need to really change, and he's not as bad as he is now. And then Gohan, you need to make sure that he's not the broken character that one-shots everybody, but he is also B2B that has to be good enough to deal with basically 3 greens in the meta right now. Like, he has to deal with Gogeta, he has to deal with Goku, he has to deal with the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta from Daima, who's not necessarily the most run unit, but he's also up there. So you need to make Gohan kind of good, so that he's not like completely crushed. But he doesn't have to be too broken, otherwise we are in this situation right now. Because I'm gonna do a second video later talking about these guys, which is also a thing. So yeah, this is everything I'm gonna change for part 1 to part 3. Let me know if you think these changes are good or good enough. Let me know what you guys would change about this Legends Festival in total. But try to be a bit more, I would say, reasonable. And when I say reasonable, I mean is, don't just say, okay, this banner. Okay, we're gonna add in Kaioken Goku, we're going MUI. This is unrealistic. Make, I would say, more realistic changes for the banners, for units, ETs, etc. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and see you guys in the next video.